Hello everyone, I will discuss affect, emotion, and decision making. I'm Dhana Gardon from Bsba 2B. So let's talk about affect. Factors affecting organization structure. There have 9 categories. First is strategy, technology, people, task, and decision. Next is informal organization, size, environment, and managerial perception. First is, let's talk about strategy. Strategy determines a course of action to direct various organizational activities. It makes plans to coordinate human and physical resources to work towards a common objective. Strategy is prerequisite to organization structure and also follow its. Strategies to diversify product lines or markets require decentralized transition as decision making is done at wider level and strategies for organization working in stable environment. Next is technology. The technology for manufacturing goods and services also affect the organization structure. Next is people. Organization structure defines work groups into departments and appoints people to run those departments. People at different jobs must possess the skill, knowledge, and efficiency to accomplish the related task. Let's talk about task. There are 5 categories. First is skill variety. It is the extent to which creative and variety of skills and talents are required to do a task. Second is task identity. Whether to produce a product in whole or in parts determine if task identify when a product is produced as a whole enhance greater task identity. Next is task significance. It is the importance of the task affecting the well-being or lives of people working inside and outside or the organization determines significance of the task. Next is autonomy. It determines the extent to which a person enjoys the freedom of performing various job activities and determining the task or procedure to carry them out. And last is feedback. It is the information that people receive about successful completion of their task. Decision. It is centralized decision-making powers give rise to mechanistic structures, and decentralized decision-making process give rise to organic or behavioral structures. Decision. Decision-making makes a huge impact on an organization. It reduces the uncertainty because you have already collected evidence, weighed the alternatives, and went through various scenarios of how each decision will potentially turn out. Informal organizations are outgrowth of formal organizations, social and cultural values, religious belief, and personal likes and dislikes of members, which form informal groups, cannot be overlooked by management. Next is size. A group known as Aston Group conducted research on firms of different sizes and concluded that as a firm increases in size, the need for job specialization, standardization, and decentralization also increases, and organizations are structured accordingly. Environment. Organization structure cannot ignore the effects of environment. Organization must adapt to the environment, respond to incremental opportunities, and satisfy various external parties such as customers, suppliers, layout, unions, etc. Managerial perception. Organization where top managers perceive their subordinates as active, dynamic, and talented. Entrepreneurs prefer organic form of structure. If they hold negative opinion about their subordinates, they prefer mechanistic organization structure. Next is emotion. Emotions are created when the brain interprets what's going on around us. Through our memories, thoughts, and beliefs, this trigger how we feel and behave. All our decisions are influenced by this process in some way. Emotion can affect not just the nature of the decision but the speed at which you make it. Anger can lead to impatience and rash decision making. If you're excited, you might make quick decisions without considering the implications as you surf the wave of confidence and optimism about the future. While if you feel afraid, your decision may be clouded by uncertainty and caution, and it may take you longer to choose. Last part is decision making. Decision making can be defined as the process of selecting a right and effective course of action from 2 or more alternatives for the purpose of achieving a desired result. Decision making is the essence of management. Decision making is a high-level cognitive process based on cognitive processes like perception, attention, and memory. Real-life situations require a series of decisions to be made, with each decision depending on previous feedback from potentially changing environment. Decision-making refers to the process of selecting one option among 2 or more competing alternatives. According to Peters et al. 2011, decision-making encompasses numerous processes, including how people search for information, compare between alternatives, and selecting an option, as well as outcome of the choice. The decision-making process is influenced by the characteristic of the situation and individual decision-maker. There are 4 decision making. First is analytical, second directive, Third is conceptual, and last is behavioral. This is Dhana P. Gardon from Bsba 2B. Thank you very much.